This is one of my favorite parts of the House Detective, the legal side of real estate. I was kind of a frustrated wannabe attorney, so we have a real one with us, Kurt Franke. It's great to have you back in, Kurt.
Great to see you, Dave.
And it's political season. Question number 2 on everybody's ballot is about eminent domain. Would you talk about that today and what this eminent domain business is all about?
Yeah, Dave, I've been getting a lot of calls on the eminent domain question. Being an attorney, I guess that fits. And what eminent domain is essentially is the right of the government to take your property. Now, it's been around since medieval days. Of course, then they didn't quite have to ask you. But after our founding fathers put in some protections for us, now they have to ask you, but then they can tell you. But they have to give you just compensation, they have to give you due process, and it has to be for a public use. Now, over the years, a lot of people have been thinking that the courts have been watering down those protections. It culminated in the case of Kelo versus City of London that everybody has heard about in the last 5 years. So there's a referendum out, question 2 on the ballot, that makes it a little tougher for the government to take your property. They have to pay you a little bit more money, and they have to use it for a public use, meaning a private entity might be prevented from taking your property under eminent domain.
I think you'd see something like that maybe downtown where a casino wants to expand and there's a older home or something where eminent domain does not come into play because it's a casino versus a public use, right?
And that's exactly right. But in Nevada, since we became a state in 1864, the first legislature, which was made up mostly of miners and people who made money from mining, said that mining companies, a private company, could eminent domain your property. And that's on the books today. So at least this might curb that kind of use of the eminent domain process, but I'm not taking a position on it. All I'm saying is a great place to learn the pros and cons of the argument is the Secretary of State's website, where they talk about both sides of the issue, give you a fair estimate, so you as an intelligent, independent voter can decide for yourself, which is also what our founding fathers had in mind.
Great. And before you go, though, can we get a shot of Kurt's tie? It's Halloween time. We have a little, it's a great tie.
And that was not one of my old clients.
Terrific. I want to thank you, Kurt. You have any questions, call Kurt Franke, or you can email him. Tell him how to get a hold of you via email.
Email is locaf@hotmail.com or locaf@admin.com.
There you go. That's Law Office of Kurt A. Franke, LOCAF. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you
Always
very
good
much.
information. Look forward to having you back.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, we're